So we're at the Cultivating Connections event at Lurie Garden. It's aiming to interact with the youth and get them familiar with like 6 core connections. Off the top of my head, it's ranging from planning to horticulture and landscape architecture, climate change, and other topics.
There's so much happening now with climate change, human activities. I believe there's so much we can do as people to influence the environment and make it better. So this is my way of kind of like contributing to making people be aware of what is happening in the environment right now and how we can make it better for the future generation.
I visit Lurie Garden a lot and just walk through and see the different plants, and so I thought it was something interesting to hear about. I don't really know a lot about plants and how they map out the different architecture, so it was nice to talk to people who are behind the scenes of this beautiful garden.
For me, it has been a journey into learning how to design spaces that people of all ages can use, from a younger audience to an older audience, from your teenagers to your young adults. A lot of our activities are focused on younger children, kind of get them a taste of what it's like to go into a particular field. But we're also seeing a great kind of feedback that we get from high school students who might be looking at college application season and wondering what career they should do.
I think like what we learn in school, we learn about climate change, landscape, and how can we bring nature in urban cities or urban areas. So I think like we talk about this in school, and then like we have to talk about this kind of thing with young generation and with other people. I grew up in a city. I was like in my childhood, I was absent from the nature. So when I go to the nature, I get very excited, and I feel that how important it is to be in nature.
This park actually has like over 340 different plant species, and some of the pathways up like in the garden area, the flooring is recycled plastic.
Equally excited about horticulture and landscape architecture, as I believe they go hand in hand, and we need to start promoting more landscape architects to be well versed in horticulture.
When I went to the horticulture stand, I thought it was interesting because I talked about how I talked with them about how the different plants are used to like influence people's behaviors. Like a rose plant, sometimes when they grow the thorns on the plant, it makes people like not step on those plants, and so they're like motivated to walk around it and be mindful of the flowers. And I think there's like a lot of psychological aspects to how they plan the garden out, because we think like when we look at a garden it's just going to be beautiful or something to look at, but there's actually many factors in how they decide how the plant might harm the area around, or how they want people to interact with those plants and keep them healthy.
I want them to know that they don't have to fit in a box, you know, to go into a cool field, that their strengths and their weaknesses are definitely ways that can inform what they can do. So you don't just have to be good at math to be in landscape architecture. You can be into plants, you can be into design, you can be artistic, you can do film, different things like that. So you don't have to check all these boxes. I think if you get to know who you are as a person, your skills, your strengths, then you can find a career in the green industry overall.
I think I'll continue to educate myself on it. I might try to like volunteer at different gardens or Lurie Garden, because I know they have an apprenticeship, so I'll apply there. But I just like to hear about like the different roles. I might not study it for undergraduate in a couple of years, but I still care about plants and different facts. I think it's something that's an important quality for any career later, like just seeing how the role can expand outside of the industry.
I hope they get to be more aware of the environment and what is happening currently, because from some of the interactions that we've had this morning, people know about architecture, but people are not aware of other things aside architecture.
I hope they get more interest towards greenery. They start questioning what they're looking at, maybe start touching more of the plants that they pass by, because those slight interactions start to promote behavior that's going to help us as a society in the long run. Being more caring about what you're doing, what you're leaving behind when you're visiting an environment, it helps if you have a connection towards that environment.